Now on our area of regular polygons, this is when we use our apothem, our little a times p, our perimeter, divided by 2. That's our formula that we're going to use. Now on the partial key, I did have, and I'll just move it, some steps here, but I want to make sure we go through those together. First, make sure you understand the apothem is the segment that's from the center to the side, and it's perpendicular, and it bisects that side, okay? So really, I know my side is over here, to 14, so this could be 7 and 7. We can need that information on the next problem that we're going to do. Since we have the side, now I could find the perimeter, because I count up my sides. There are 8 sides, times whatever the side is, that will give me that perimeter. So P is going to be 8 times the 14, and that ends up coming to be 112. So now I can substitute the apothem is 16.9, the 112 for my perimeter. We're going to plug everything in. If I do my multiplication first and not simplify, this gives me 1892.8 divided by 2. And then our final area to the nearest tenth is 946.4. And we don't have any units, so unit square. All right. So one of the problems you're going to have is basically, I will give you the apothem, I will give you the side. Can you give me the area using the formula? So make sure you can get the perimeter. All right, and then this next one, I have some steps here. These are steps you need to follow when I don't give you a side, okay? Or maybe I don't give you the apothem, okay? So always draw your radius to make the right triangle, because this will help you get to see if you're going to have to use special rights, or Pythagorean theorem, or trig. And so I went ahead and drew that. Y'all didn't have that on your paper drawn. So remember this right here, from the center to the vertices, that's our radius. Our apothem is already given to us. That's our 13. To find the central angle, we take 360 divided by the number of sides. Well, 360 is divided by 3. That means our central angle is 120. But you're going to use the vertex angle. And your vertex angle is the angle where the radius and the apothem meet, the sides, where they meet. So I have to take the 120 and cut it in half, the central angle cut in half. So that makes it 60. So now we see that we have a special right triangle here, because that's 60. And now I can see that the 13, because this is a 30, 60, 90, the 13 represents the short leg. My radius is the same thing as my hypotenuse. And my missing segment here is the long leg. Now, back to what we were talking about, the apothem bisects the whole side. So this gets cut in half. So if I can find the long leg, then I can figure out the whole side. And the long leg and a special right, the 30, 60, 90, is whatever the short leg is times radical 3. Basically, I'm taking whatever the short leg is and putting it in front of the radical 3. So our long leg, yep, is correct. 13 square root of 3. Okay? Now, you might run out of room if you wrote these steps. So I'm scrolling down, because we now have to come up with the side, the length of the whole side. If I know that this is 13 square root of 3, over here would be 13 square root of 3 as well. So the whole thing, if I add them all together, my side is going to be 26 square root of 3. So now I can find the perimeter, because I have 3 sides, so I'm going to do 3 times 26 square root of 3. Remember, we leave radicals in our answer. So we don't do nothing. We don't multiply the square root of 3. We just multiply the number on the outside, the 3 and the 26. So this comes out to be 78, yeah, square root of 3. That's our perimeter. So to find the area, fourth step is plug it in. The apothem times the perimeter divided by 2. The apothem was the 13. So 13, so my perimeter is 78, square root of 3, and then divide by 2. Well, when I multiply the 13 and the 78 together, that gives me 1014 square root of 3 divided by 2. So I'm going to take half of that answer, and I see that my apothem, or my area, excuse me, is going to end up being 507 square root of 3. All right, so if you need practice of this, I'll put some more practice problems or some video explanations with dealing with regular polygons. But these two are probably your more difficult problems. You need to memorize these steps. You'll definitely see a triangle a square, and possibly a hexagon. Hexagon is your most common. So look at your foldable. Look at some things we've done in class. All right, go ahead and go to the next one. Help you out.